All right, let's play detective for a minute. We're gonna solve a mystery. A delicious one, actually. And believe it or not, by the end of it, you'll understand the secret to how all great research gets started. It's way simpler and honestly a lot more fun than it sounds. So let me introduce you to someone. Our story kicks off with a girl named Ria. And Ria, well, she's our main character, sure, but more importantly, she's about to be the lead detective on a case that's small, but as you'll see, incredibly important. Okay, so there are two things you really need to know about Ria. First off, she was just super curious. You know, the type always asking why about everything. And the second thing, she was an incredible baker. And these two things, her curiosity and her baking, they're about to crash into each other in a big way. And that brings us right here, to the case of the cupcake. You see, every single great investigation, I don't care if it's in a high-tech crime lab or a university science lab, it always starts with the exact same thing, just a simple observation. So picture this. Ria's in the kitchen. She's just baked this perfect batch of cupcakes. She sets them on the counter to cool, leaves the room for just a couple of minutes, and when she gets back, poof, they're gone, completely vanished. This right here, this is the moment the mystery begins. The puzzle is officially on the table. Now, what happens next? This is probably the most important part of the entire story. This is where we get to the first crucial clue. It's all about the incredible power packed into one single question. And here it is. This is the big moment. The question is just so simple, right? Who ate my cupcakes? She doesn't just stand there confused or frustrated. No, she takes that feeling and turns it into a question, a specific line of inquiry. That question? That's the spark. That's what lights the fuse for the entire investigation. And boom, this is the big takeaway. That exact moment, turning an observation, the empty plate, into a focused question, that is literally the moment research is born. It's that switch from just passively seeing something weird to actively deciding, I'm going to figure this out.
Okay, so let's dig into that a little more. Now we're going to learn to think like a detective, and you'll see just how perfectly Ria's little cupcake mystery mirrors the entire research process.
Look at how neatly this all lines up. It's kind of perfect, right? A detective has a mystery. For a researcher, that's just your topic. A detective finds the first clue. Well, for you, that's your first observation. And the big one, the detective's core question, who did it? That is exactly what we call a research question. It's the same thing, just different words for it. So when you boil it all down, what even is research? Well, using our little mystery as a guide, it's pretty simple. It's just the process of solving a puzzle by asking a really focused question and then going out and looking for clues, which, scientists call data, to find the answer. That's it. It's not this big, scary thing. It's just detective work. All right, so we've seen how Ria cracked her case. Now it's your turn. Let's talk about how your mystery begins now. This is all about taking this idea and applying it to your world, to the things you're curious about. So, where do you even begin? It really comes down to these three simple steps. First, just observe. Pay attention to what's going on around you. Step 2, notice. Let yourself get snagged by something that seems a little weird or interesting or just off, kind of like Ria and her missing cupcakes. And finally, step 3, ask. Turn that feeling of into one single focused question. Seriously, that's the starting line for every great discovery ever made. And listen, I really want this to sink in. One of the biggest myths out there is that you need a PhD or some fancy lab to do research. You absolutely do not. You don't need a lab coat. The only thing you truly need, the one tool that matters most, is the exact same one Ria had all along. Just plain old curiosity. It's pretty amazing, right? We started with some missing cupcakes, and we ended up at the very foundation of how we discover anything new. So I'm going to leave you with this challenge. Start looking at your own world with a detective's eyes. Ask yourself, what's the first mystery you want to solve?